This is Real News Media TV, coverage you can trust. Please like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates. Good morning, my Real News Media TV family. Thank you so much for tuning in this morning, and I'm wishing for everyone a wonderful and a productive day. And in the news this morning for July 7, 2023, no tears as head of accused rapist found in bag. It was a gruesome find. However, residents of the small community in poorest Manchester did not shed any tears. In fact, they said no one was surprised that the severed head of a man found in a shopping bag was that of one accused of rape and other crimes and who was on the police wanted list. The head, identified as that of Rohan Barrett, otherwise called Black Seed, a resident of Poros, was found about 6:30 a.m. in a shopping bag at a fruit stall at Whitney Turn in the community. Up to late Thursday, Barrett's torso was not located. Hayward McLean, a vendor, said he was alerted by residents that Barrett's head was found at his fruit stall. When I got the call, I came down here and I saw the police draw long yellow tape and said I cannot open the shop until they finish. It is a crime scene, he said. The head was in a brown shopping bag that you carry to supermarket. They carry the head come put down in front of the stall for somebody to see it, he added. McLean described Barrett as a well-known troublemaker in the poorest area. Him do a lot of crime in the community, so him have to run where go me a pen. Him do crime at me a pen, him do crime at town, and them no want him at town. So him have to come back a porous and a hide and a sleep in a tree and a broke people place, said McLean. Other residents who gathered at the area where the severed head was found described Barrett as a problematic. Him name called following the rape of a woman in the community since year, and him did run away and a hide, said one resident. A senior police source corroborated the allegations against Barrett. He is wanted in relation to a case of rape, burglary, assault at a common law, and unlawful wounding committed in Whitney Turn, Poros, in February of this year, the police source said. Westmoreland, a man and a nephew escape injury after trailer crashes in their home. A Westmoreland man and his 8-year-old nephew narrowly escaped injuries after a trailer crashed in their house in Farm, Westmoreland on Thursday morning. A section of a church on the same premises was also damaged. Marvin Banton Hooper told the news that he was alerted by screams from his nephew. Me na me bed and me send me nephew in the kitchen and me hear him bawl out. And when me check, me see him stuck between the two fridge. And when me looking at the house, at the big old long trailer truck me see in my house, Hooper said. He added that he is still in a state of shock and disbelief. Me give thanks me alive and well. When me see the trailer, me couldn't even believe. Me shock. Me couldn't believe say a truck ran off the road and into my house, the 48-year-old barber told the news. Hooper said as for his nephew, he is traumatized. He added that the family took him for a medical checkup. Hooper is reeling as his house is severely damaged, along with his furniture. The whole of my house mash up. Me lose everything. Settee, TV, dresser, everything mash up, a seemingly depressed Hooper added. Meanwhile, he stated that he will accept any help he can get to start rebuilding. According to residents, they saw a red trailer that was traveling from the direction of Savannah Lamar to White House, veered left and plundered in Hooper's house, just before the rear end slammed into the Savior Church of God Ministries. The driver of the trailer escaped with minor injuries. St. Mary men accused of invading man's home and chopping him. 2 men have been charged after they allegedly invaded a man's home in Retreat, St. Mary, in search of one of his relatives and chopped the homeowner several times when he would not give them the location. Charged are 34-year-old taxi operator Polton Holness, otherwise called the Croc or Crush, and the 27-year-old Romaine Ferguson, both of Retreat St. Mary addresses. The men have been charged with wounding with intent, illegal possession of firearm and ammunition, and the discharge of firearm in a public place. Reports are that on January 1, 2023, both men invaded the complainant's home in search of one of his relatives. The man refused to give up the whereabouts of his relative, and the accused men allegedly pulled a firearm and fired several shots above his head, and also inflicted several chop wounds to the homeowner. The man later made a report of the incident to the police. Both men turned themselves into the police. They were officially charged following a question and answer session in the presence of their attorneys. They are awaiting a court date. Driver escapes injury after veering off-road into ditch in Bog Walk. A National Bakery driver escaped the injury when her vehicle collided with another car and veered off into a ditch in Bog Walk, St. Catherine on Thursday. When the news arrived on the scene, a crowd of people were seen gathered around the vehicle as they assisted the female driver. Shaken, the driver declined to give a statement but indicated that she was not injured. Counsel for the Bog Walk area, Peter Abrahams, who was on the scene, said both vehicles were traveling on the Bog Walk bypass towards Yorton. When upon reaching the intersection at Magazine Lane, the woman indicated that she intended to make a right turn. However, while doing so, she collided with another vehicle and ended up in the water-filled ditch. The owner of the other vehicle, Hakeem Wilson, told the news that his car, which was damaged in the accident, was removed from the scene by a wrecker. Wilson recounted seeing the woman stop on the side of the road moments before the accident occurred. "I was coming from a nearby car wash when I saw a lady in the national van in front of me. And while coming down, me see she come off the road onto the left like she never sure where she going. And all of a sudden, me just see she turn on her indicator and the car lit up. Because I was trying to turn away from her, the side of my car lit up," Wilson said. Police were quick on the scene and took both parties' statements while the woman waited for her vehicle to be removed from the ditch. Woman wanted in U.S. for lottery scamming arrested in St. James. A woman who is wanted in the U.S. for alleged lottery scamming was arrested in St. James on Thursday. Customer Service Representative Sharika Goodison of Paradise Acres, Norwood Meadows in the parish, was arrested during a joint special operation in the Montego Hills police area. The operation included members of the Jamaica Fugitive Apprehension Team, Lottery Scam Task Force, Area 1 Operational Support Team, and their counterparts from the United States of America. Ms. Goodison, 36, is wanted in the U.S. for mail fraud, wire fraud, and lottery scamming activities. She was arrested pending an extradition hearing. St. Anne police capture man accused of harassing women in Parry Town. The man who was being sought by the St. Anne police for targeting and harassing single women in Parry Town in the parish has been captured. He was taken into custody on Wednesday after several reports were made to the police about his disorderly conduct, including damage to property. Senior Superintendent Dwight Powell, head of the St. Anne Police, said the man was wanted for a previous offense.
He was arrested on a bench warrant issued by the St. Anne Parish Court for unlawful wounding. We are advising that anyone with outstanding reports against Mr. Henry to get in touch with the Ocherius Police to have these matters addressed. So again, Mr. Henry has been taken into custody, and so the residents of Parry Town, especially the females, should be relieved at this moment.
Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates.